Hello, Magi here, and welcome back to another episode of Top 10s. Following the patterns, we're now going to be focusing on the Mountain of Faith crew in this video. This one will be much easier than the last one as there's a full cast to cover as compared to Phantasmagoria. Anyway, the crew here has perhaps had the most exposure compared to many of the other girls. Sane being a playable character and featured pretty often in the print works, her gods Kanako and Sukho joining in within the same works, nearly in the same boat as Sane but in spin-offs instead of the main games. Let's not forget Aya as well. Her latest game appearance was in Hidden, so pretty big I would say for the Mountain Girls. So anyway, without further ado, let's begin the top 10 Mountain of Faith Touhou pictures.
Number 10.
For those not worried, after the events of Mountain of Faith and onwards, there was a thing referred to as the Moria Conspiracy. To put it simply, all the main games from Mountain to 10 Desires were caused due to the Morias joining Gensokyo. I'm not going to detail the whole thing as there's a whole different juggernaut in its own right. Anyway, the point is that due to the Moria's influences, this picture came to be. Somewhat. Probably not, but still. I'll admit, this is a rather interesting combination. We have Kanako's Shiminawa, Nue's face and spear, Shou's pagoda, and a fusion of Mamizo, and Shou's clothing. I know the Morias have caused some crazy shit, but come on Kanako, chill. But for real though, I didn't get the meaning until I looked at the comments. Nue is the main girl of the picture, and Nue is, according to Japanese folklore, a beast who has the head of a monkey, which we'll consider humanoid, the body of a raccoon dog, so Mamizo, the legs of a tiger, obviously Shou, and a snake as a tail, or Kanako in this case. A very creative use of Nue's species. I like.
Number 9.
In the past, I've talked a little about how I use a fan to sleep every night. The cool breeze, the sound, and even the soft lights all aid me when it comes to sleeping. Almost essential for me at this point. Might not be the best thing, I'll admit, but hey, as long as it works, it works. This, on the other hand, might be overkilling it. Just a bit. I've stated more than enough of my love for the electric fan. I don't know if my fan needs to be pimped out to the point it looks similar to a fucking car engine. Like, holy hot diggity damn. I know you Kappas love to tinker with things, but maybe, just maybe, this is going too far. We'll know once we test it, whenever that happens anyway.
Number 8.
When it comes to Sane, she can easily be more eccentric than the main Shrine Maiden, but that's to be expected as Zuna created Sane to be Reimu's opposite. To be fair, if I had been transported to a strange world where magic and fantasy became reality and I could do half the shit Sane could do, I could understand her excitement. Plus, being a god never hurts, as far as I'm wary of anyway. When it comes to the Moria gods, we normally associate them with snakes and frogs. And Sane's hairpiece emphasizes it, one of her main features honestly. Well, it appears the Morias have another animal figure they worship as well. Alright, you got me there, Sane. I would have never thought of that. I had to look back at Sane's canon picture to see if it will work. And yes, the frog ornament has the same shape. If you reverse it as shown in the picture, you get yourself a bear. Another reason to send your faith to the Morias. A very cute reason.
Number 7.
This next picture will involve Aya. Now I'm not gonna lie, this is a bit unfair considering she showed up in the last list. Well, don't blame me, blame Zoom for adding her in it. Anyway, Aya is known mainly for her association with the Banban Maru newspaper, aka her newspaper. A lot of humans and yokai see it mostly as a gossip or tabloid paper. It's somewhat popular in Gensokyo, so that's a good sign. Another thing about Aya is her speed. She calls herself the fastest, and even Zoom refers to her as such. And if the man is saying so, I ain't going to argue with that. With that said, it appears Aya has found herself a new rival to contend with the title as the fastest. Now this is a matchup we'll be down to see. Aya versus Sonic. Crow versus Hedgehog. Who shall be the victor of the speed battle? Either way, this is a battle we'll have a hard time tracking if it ever came to be. I'm gonna be biased and say Sonic has this. When you can go Super Saiyan, all bets are off.
Number 6.
Back in the Sanae picture, I showcased a shocking revelation about Sanae's hair ornament. It appears they also deal with cute bears, which is all cool. And Sukho's all about that froggy deal. Not my animal, but as long as they're not bothering me, it's all good. Anyway, there's another shocker about the Moria goddess, one that might shake you to the very core. Okay, I highly doubt it, but you never know. I always thought those eyes were a little too lifelike for my tasting. I can understand why I got that feeling now. When your hat's eyes are starting to get dry, it's best to rehydrate them. I never imagined I would need to utter a sentence like that before, but hey, that's what happens when you deal with a series like this. Really weird shit can happen, as we clearly just saw.
Number 5.
When it comes to sweet, I'm more of a chocolate guy. I'm sure you can understand why. Those sugary treats can be very addictive. It doesn't help that they taste very good. My favorite chocolate treat is normally white chocolate. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just so fucking good. I blame Subway for it. That's how I was first introduced to it. Another treat I like is donuts. The combination of the dough with whatever sugary topping you want is just heavenly. For those, I normally try to grab whatever is available at my Tim Hortons. Typically, I go there for an ice cap and donuts whenever I feel like it. So, would you be surprised to learn that there's donuts in Kinsokyo? If you are, feast your eyes on this. Now, I love my donuts, and if I were ever present with one as big as Kaneko's, well, you'll be seeing me in the news real soon. Death by eating donuts. What a way to go out. Clearly, the Moria family loves donuts, and Sukho, the lucky girl, has all that to herself. That's a good life right there.
Number 4.
Now, Antenime introduced us to two interesting duo, the sisters Joan and Shion. Their setup was really damn good, their powers synergizing really well. It got to the point that Yukari and Reimu had to team up, so clearly the sisters were doing something really well, or annoying, depending on your viewpoints anyway. And although they have a pretty busted combo, not even that was able to save them from Yukari's clever thinking. But if this person had shown up during the event, it could have been resolved much more easier, I would say. As powerful as the sisters are, I think they've met their match. Shion's a poverty god, and her ability causes people to be unlucky, including herself. Joan is a pestilence god and always brings misfortune to people and has the ability to consume financial assets. Hina's all about misfortune. Hell, her power is stockpiling misfortune. So if Hina had come across the sisters during the incident, there's a good chance Hina could have come victorious from that one. Now, I would be down to see something like that in canon.
Number 3.
This next picture will be dealing with Sukho once more, and this time she won't be cleaning up her hat or eating a giant donut, although I wish I was. Anyway, here Sukho's gonna do what she does best, which is being a frog, I think. I'm a little stuck on what she's good at, but oh well. I'm sure we'll think of something. Well, when it came to the summoning jutsu, Sukho showing up was perhaps the last thing this pervy sage was expecting. But to be fair, I think this is an upgrade. Giant frogs are cool and shit, and they can do some damage. But a goddess? You can't say you summon a being like that every single day. It would appear Jirai got a power up if he was able to summon a person from a different fucking series. Or that Sukho was bored. We can always say that as well.
Number 2.
The funny part is that while making this list, I did not realize the amount of times the Morias would show up. I mean, I should have expected that given how popular the three are, but still! We have another one about Sukho. This time, she's not being summoned to another world, as fun as that is. Instead, she's received a visitor from a different world. And let me tell you that this person is one she would best not see in the immediate future. Just saying. Yeah, I can see why Sukho would be fucking scared of this new visitor to her place. I've not played the God of War games, but I know what Kratos does. He kills gods. And when someone like that is in Kinsokyo, all hell's gonna break loose. I mean, so long as you don't mess with him, things should be good, right? His temper can't be that bad to slay an innocent god like Sukho. I mean, I hope not anyway, or else this will end up very bloody.
Number 1.
For this last picture, we are not dealing with the Morias. Don't worry, the next top 10s won't be so god-centric. Not that there's any god in Subterranean, but still, you get the idea. Anyway, for this last picture, it's going to be featuring one of the Aki sisters. I've yet to talk about either of them up to this point. The reason being is that I couldn't find any pictures I found funny with them. You'd be surprised how hard it was to find anything I personally found awesome. But after all the searching and whatnot, I think I got a good one. Now that's a combination I never thought of, but holy shit! Do I want it so badly now? When you're particularly irrelevant, a good way to boost yourself is to be referenced with one of the most popular characters in the series, one that's always in the top 10s. A pretty smart move from Minuriko, I would say, having the crystals being represented as fruits. their hats being very similar and the red clothing as well. Now that's a combo I can dig. And if I ever get hungry, I can always grab some fruits from her wings. That'll keep me from getting starving, that's for sure. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Which pictures were your favorite? Would you ever need a fan like the one Nidori's making? I'm still debating on that one. Would you love to see the speed showdown between Aya and Sonic? Or would you be down for some giant donuts like Conoco's? If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe, or else Kratos might fight Sukho, and we wouldn't want that. I'd hope not anyway. Either way, this is Magi, and thanks again for watching.